I'm back. I'm gonna do a little face and hair care day because I've been trying to fix my hair for ages. If you couldn't tell, I have a addiction to coloring my hair and bleaching it 40 million times and trying to preserve it the best I can. So I'm just gonna be cleaning up my little basket because I know there's a lot of things in here I don't need, and talk to you guys about cosmetology school while we're doing a little self-care. I did end up going because I thought it would be something that would be fun for me because I really love coloring hair. Not the best with cutting, and I'll explain why. I'm not gonna say where I went, but it had really nice reviews. It looked really nice. They had like cute little simple dress code, and I thought, you know, they were gonna teach me about hair. No. Cosmetology school is like, if any of your friends have ever gone to cosmetology school, they can tell you it's a lot on the spirit. I thought it was gonna be like a fun experience. I've never been so wrong in my life. They did not teach me anything. I practiced an A-line haircut for 4 months straight. That is literally just a simple, straight, everything pulled back, cut the same length haircut. A 5-year-old could do this haircut. We spent literally 3-4 months just doing that one haircut. When we asked to learn about other things, they said, no, that's not in our curriculum. We're learning haircuts right now. We're not doing hair dye. They never let us use real products. We used cholesterol. I don't know if that's correct. It was literally like a giant tube. Like, I kid you not, it was like this tall, this big, and it just said cholesterol on it. Also, I'm dyslexic, so I could have been reading it wrong this whole time and just never noticed. We'll find out soon. But it was like fat. It felt like fat. It was like creamy fat. And we used that and pretended it was hair dye and bleach and all that. It was all in our imagination. Because that's the best way to learn, right? To not actually use products. So when it comes down to using them in a real life situation, I was gonna say scenario and situation at the same time. But when it comes down to using the real products, none of us know what we're doing because we've never been allowed to use it. We can't tell how it's processing, what color it's turning into. The funny thing is, after we all complained about it for like a good 6 months, they finally let us start using real hair dye and real bleach and stuff. And I really thought they really had me believing. So they buy this hair dye. I've never seen hair dye work like this. If you put the blue hair dye on someone's head, it starts to turn red and you freak out, and then you wash it out, but it's blue. So that also didn't help with like learning how hair processes. Because normally when you're watching hair process, typically what you want to happen is it's turning the color that it should be. There's no reason I should put on red hair dye onto someone's head and it looks like it's turning black and we're all freaking out and we wash it out and it's like orange. I don't know what hair dye they were using. It was probably like the cheapest thing they could possibly find just to shut us all up. So of course we all start complaining about this, and our clients are complaining because, you know, when you're in school, you work on real people. It's really cheap usually because we're all practicing. No one really knows what we're doing. So just in case it comes out funky, you kind of knew what you were signing up for. But we complained about that for ages, and finally they listened to us because the customers were also complaining. They're like, what is happening to my hair? And they're like, oh, you know, it's just the chemicals, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, I've never gone to a hairstylist and it changes into a different color, and they smelled really weird. They smelled like very plasticky. I don't know what was going on. They just did not want to give us what we needed. I ended up doing the whole thing, ended up graduating, and I tried to get into like taking clients and stuff. I think my end goal was I wanted to just like work out of my house and do a very selective service. I wanted to do just mostly color. I wanted to be known for putting bright, bright colors in people's hair. You know, when you're new and you're starting out, you gotta find your clientele. So at the beginning, all I was really doing was working on very old ladies and doing perm sets. If you've ever been around a perm or knew someone who has gotten a perm, they can tell you that smell does not leave your nostrils for like a good 2 months. It's so strong, it's so chemically, it burns itself into your nose hairs. I still smell it. Like sometimes I'll just be walking in public and I'll get a little whiff. I'm instantly brought back. It was so traumatic, and old people are not nice, to me at least. I think it was the fact that I got bright green hair at the time, got piercings and tattoos, and they did not believe that I could do a perm. So the whole time I'd be doing the perm, oh, this isn't how she usually does it. Oh, my girl does this. Oh, my girl does that. I'm not really sure. I want someone new. And if you've been a hairstylist, you know the pain of someone walking in and showing you a picture and going, I want this haircut, this exact haircut. And you're like, okay, cool. And you give them that exact haircut, and then they swear you've just ruined their lives. They're like, I look hideous. I'm like, I gave you what you wanted. You cannot be mad at me for that. But people were very mean in that industry. There was a lot of drama, a lot of gossip, everyone in everyone's business. No one really seemed to be like a team player. Mind you, most of us work like commission jobs, so it's like you really need your clients to come in and you really need to be booked all the time to be making money. So I just never was able to build that correct clientele. I think it's just where I lived. There weren't a lot of people who wanted bright purple hair. I did end up graduating just so I could legally do work if I wanted to, but also because now I can buy the professional products that are only available if you have a license. So that's super cool because now I get all the nice hair dyes that you can't get off the shelf that really stay in your hair. But yeah, it just wasn't for me. I love hearing the tea. I love hearing about people's lives and their drama, but I hate being involved in it. And I feel like every salon I went to, it just wasn't like a homely vibe. Like it felt like everyone was on their own little thing and everyone was always watching you too. Every little move you make, someone was complaining to someone about something. It was very, very weird. I did not expect that. I thought it was gonna be a happy environment, but I tried a couple salons, did not work out for me, caused me a lot of stress. I did not want to just do haircuts and perms for the rest of my life, so I ended up backing out of that for a little bit. I still do it for fun, you know, like I love helping out friends with their hair or anything like that. I still love coloring hair, love it. I've been trying to get someone to trade with me. I've been trying to find a tattoo artist that'll give me a tattoo and then I'll do their hair in exchange, because I feel like money plus product plus the time, it would even out pretty well. I tried something different, was not for me. I felt really bad about it because like I spent so much money to get into that school and complete it and get licensed just for me to not pursue it as a career. I feel like that's my biggest problem in life is I think it's boredom. I get bored of doing the same thing. Like after about 2-3 years, that's usually my limit, and I'll switch careers altogether. I don't know why, I just don't like doing the same thing. I like trying new things, I like having different experiences. I wish it was cheaper to try new things, because I would love to go to school. But yeah, I just can't afford it. And thinking about like taking out loans just to be able to go to school stresses me out because I feel very trapped. I feel like the rest of my life is just gonna be working to pay off that loan. And loans are really hard to get and really hard to pay off, especially living here. You know how it is. I'm sure a lot of you have gone to school for a couple years and are still paying off your loans. It took me so long to pay off like barely 4 years of community college. And on top of that, the beauty school. On top of that, I want to go back to school. But I don't think I'll ever be able to afford it because I don't like to put myself in a position where I feel like I'm just working to pay off something. It really stresses me out knowing I owe someone money. But I think, you know, when I do get the money saved up, I would really love to look more into mortician work because I am certified in makeup. So I think that'd be a really cool thing to do in the future, just to make someone's loved one look so beautiful. But I don't know, I'm also like a very, very empathetic person, so I feel like if there's a single tear around me, I'm gonna be crying the whole time for your loss. But it's something that's always interested me, so I've been looking into that a little more to see how people feel about being in that career, and everyone I've seen talk about it just seems so zen, like they really found the meaning in life. They know the answers now, and I want to achieve that level of zen where I can like hold in my emotions better, because like I said before, everything makes me cry. Just thinking about crying right now, I could cry. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, I've done a lot of different jobs. I've done retail, done food service, done cosmetology. I did nails for a little bit. I really thought I would like doing nails. I'm just not good at it, not gonna lie. I could never figure out how to make fake nails look proper and not bumpy and lumpy. Just not something I was talented at. Yeah, I've worked with animals. I've done like pizza delivery. I just switch around. You know, when I start to get bored or I start feeling that itch, like I gotta try something new, I do it. I did pizza deliveries because I thought it would make me better with directions, because I am very directionally challenged. If I go 5 blocks away from here without a GPS, I will lose where I'm at. I'm bad with streets and stuff, so I really thought that would help me. It did not. I'm still bad at it. I could never read a map, so if my GPS ever failed me, I'd probably just roll up into a ball and accept my fate. Accept my fate. I said that wrong last time. I didn't realize I was saying it wrong. There's faith and fate. I'm just a little bit foreign, so that's gonna be my excuse for mispronouncing words all the time. English was not my first language, but I've lived here my whole life, so there's really no excuse for me not to know how to talk right. So yeah, that's just my little experience in cosmetology. It was nice to know that like everyone around me was as equally stressed as I was. They straight up, like at the end of the year, we had this giant exam, and the school I was at literally lost like 5 of us, including mine. They lost 5 of our exams somehow. We like submitted it online and they just lost them. And they were trying to get us to retake them. Mind you, it was a really complicated course and we had to fill in a lot of things and provide pictures and examples of things. So it took you a really long time to get through. It's like 100 questions and then for you to just like lose it. What do you mean? So overall, that experience was not fun. None of us had a good time, but now I can buy professional products, which I think has helped my hair so much. I've always had super, super thin hair. I've tried every product, every supplement, everything under the moon that I could possibly try to like thicken it, give it more life, but I've come to just accept that I have a really thin, weak hair, and that's just the genetic lottery that I got. Nothing can be done, so I've been trying to just keep up with my oiling, keep up with my hair treatment, just keep it as healthy as I possibly can, because I don't have a lot of it, so the hair that I do have I would like to keep for a good minute. So much stuff I don't use anymore that I gotta. This is completely empty. No need to have it. I'm a hoarder. Yeah, that was just my little experience in beauty school. If you've ever gone, I would love to know how you felt about it, if you've had a good or bad time, because I feel like the general consensus of everyone I've asked has had very similar experiences to me, where they just don't teach you. They don't care to teach. They don't even really want to be there. You don't learn much. I literally left that school with the same information I had going into it. I learned nothing. I really did. Like, I don't even mean that sarcastically. Like, I did not learn a single thing. A whole year of school did not teach me a single thing I didn't already know from YouTube. I want to know your thoughts. If you've gone to cosmetology school, how was it? How was your experience? Because most of us are very stressed and depressed about it. So I'd love to hear some good stories. I know, like, out of my entire class, 2 people out of like, I think there was 30 of us are still actively doing hair and fulfilled their career and they're happy, but just two out of 30. I feel like that speaks a lot. I don't know if this is like all schools, because I've talked to people from other schools and they seem to have either the same story or their school genuinely cared about them and gave them the best of the best products and really taught them everything they asked and wanted to learn. But it seems like a majority of us did not have a good time. So I feel like that really speaks volumes to the school itself. It can't all be us. If none of us learned, None of us had help. So I'm gonna leave all of this soaking on my head for like a good hour. I feel like there's no harm in leaving oils in your hair super long. If anything, it's good for you. Get that really absorbed into my brain. So yeah, I'm gonna let this soak, wash it out, and then figure out what the move is. Hello, we're back. Today I wanted to share some of my favorite memories of Loki, because he is my first child. I'm sorry most of these were recorded through Snapchat because I was very obsessed with the app at the time. Here I have him on his first day home, and he was so ratty and so dusty. Oh my goodness. And the next day, I got him all washed up. I got him in the bath, and he was so clean and fluffy. Look at him. I love this video because he looks like a little bat. A lot of people told me when he was a baby that I should name him Toothless. Like, what is that from? How to Train Your Dragon, which I thought the idea was good, but I'm glad I didn't go with that because Loki is known for his teeth. Let me find a good video of his teeth. My boy has some chompers. This one really demonstrates how big his teeth are. He's got little vampire fangs, and that's probably like my favorite thing about him. I love it. I love his little teeth. I wish I was rich so I could blink him out and give him some, like, you seen that lion? No, I'm lying. It's a tiger that lost its tooth, and so the sanctuary or whatever he went, they gave him a golden tooth in replacement. Don't give me money because that's what I'm doing immediately. Here's probably Loki's most iconic video. Loki, I just want to let you know that you are in fact adopted. This was the day I had to break the news to him and tell him he was in fact adopted. He did not take it well, as you can see. Pure distraught on his face. Don't worry, we had a long talk about it afterwards, and he was totally fine with it. He came to terms. Here, I don't know what trick I was attempting to teach him in this moment, but I can tell you it was nowhere near that. Was not expecting him to leap into my arms. I think it's really cute though. That's probably one of my favorite memories of him of all time. He's always been big on leaping. He's a lengthy boy, so you would be absolutely terrified to see how far he can. He's cleared large couches in one jump, and it freaks me out because I always think big cats are kind of slower. No, my cat is so fast. It scares me because he knows to use that against me. If we're playing chase or something, he'll come whipping out of the corner, full speed, leaping across the whole living room to get to me. It makes me nervous sometimes. I don't know when this started, but he's never liked people standing directly behind him. He ended up turning off the camera himself. It just drives him insane. I don't know why. He turns his head like a little owl every time. He's like, I'm keeping my eyes on you. I love that. That's probably everyone else's favorite video of him. They love when he jumps up and hits me. Here, he got really annoyed. He's like, you know, I don't want you behind me. Stop trying. My boy got some trust issues. I'm trying to find his favorite trick that I taught him, since he already demonstrated to me that he was good at jumping. He could very well reach my face. I'm like, let's put this to the test and make him do something fun. Sorry, I have to estimate time with what color my hair was when things were recorded. I'm pretty sure my hair was blonde. I'm correct. Here it is. Hey, listen to me. Sit. Good, sit. Jump up. Jump up. My favorite trick, very simple. He learned how to sit pretty easily, but that jumping up into my arms, that was my favorite thing to show everyone. I really want to see if he'll still do it, because he was so slim and mobile as a young man, but he's put on a little weight. He's not overweight. He's pretty good for his size because he is a really big cat still. He doesn't play that hard anymore. He's kind of simmered down. So I'm hoping with enough treats and motivation, I can get him to do it. I also want to try to get the other two cats, Kaiba and Power, to try it. I feel like Power is so food motivated, it would be the perfect combination. I can probably get her to jump through like flaming hula hoops if I really wanted to. Kaiba is very laid back though. I feel like he wouldn't get the concept of jumping up because he's more of a plopper. He kind of finds his place next to you and just full body relaxes everywhere. The second you pick him up, he's like a ragdoll cat. The second you hold him, he's just like, oh, this is nice. I'm gonna sleep here. So my hopes are Loki definitely remembers the trick, because the other day I was kind of doing the hand gesture to him and he was looking at me and he was like, I've done this before, but the question is, will he do it now? Because Loki exercises his free will very well. If he's not in the mood for something, he's not gonna do it at all. So I'm hoping he'll do it. I feel like he definitely has it in him. Enough treats, I can get him up there. Power, I'm very hopeful. I think she can get it down in a couple days. Kaiba, I don't think he's gonna do it. Kaiba seems to just relax in the background and wait till everyone's done with their thing. And then he'll come up and be like, oh, my turn for treats, right? He's just so relaxed and so cute and polite. I don't think he has it in him to jump up at someone, but that's just my predictions. We will see. They might all prove me wrong.
Do you miss me?
He's always been a very chatty cat. Since he was a kitten, he has not stopped meowing for a single second, which is kind of my fault. I wanted a really chatty cat. I wanted a cat that always responded to me because I think it's super funny when animals respond to their person, kind of like we're talking English together. He's always been like that. He's always had something to say back. He's got to have the last noise. I know I have a good video of him arguing with me about going in the pantry. He loved being in there and just climbing the shelves and knocking everything down, as cats do. Always has to have the last meow.
You can't be in the pantry. No. No. You're not allowed.
Every single time. Does not matter what's happening, he needs to make the last noise. But he's so cute. I can't even be mad. Now this one moment is probably top 3 for sure. He does not like closed doors. The second a door is closed, even if he's been in that room 20 times that day, the door is now closed and he is stressed. He needs to see what's on that other side. In my previous house, we had those like long handles, not the circle ones. And Loki learned from watching enough times, I guess, that if he just reaches up and pushes down, it'll open the door. So one day when I was in the bathroom, I heard him scratching at the door and I'm like, I'll let him in, let him come hang out with me. And I was very surprised to see that he didn't need help because he figured out how to open the doors for himself.
You open the fucking...
I can hear him scratching. I've never been in such disbelief. I've never seen a cat open a door. I've seen people train so many dogs to do this. I've never seen anyone's cat open the door. And he still tries with the circle knobs we got now, but he doesn't have thumbs. So sad for my boy. You can hear him like wiggling the doorknob ever so slightly. It's like the cutest thing. He puts both his paws up like this and he goes like this to try to like figure out how to open it. I feel like if he tries enough times, he might get it. He's pretty smart when he wants to be. He just likes to pretend he's not. He's a lazy boy. But yeah, I am a firm believer in you must terrorize your kitten. If you've ever had a kitten, you know they're gonna terrorize you. You need to terrorize them back. Because what that makes is a very chill adult cat. I can hold Loki upside down, swing him back and forth. He is not in any type of distress. He's like, okay, she's being weird again. Kids can walk up, grab his ear, grab his tail. He's not gonna bite or swat. He's just gonna give you that look and walk away. He'll definitely have something to say about it, but even when like friends or my sister play really rough with him, he never bites hard. He just does that cute thing where they put their mouth on you, but apply absolutely no pressure. Like, I could do it, I'm not gonna. But if he really wanted to, I mean, look at him. He's a big cat with a lot of force to his hit. Can never figure out why he wasn't a fan of people standing behind him. He's still not a fan today. Now, if you do it, he'll just walk away angrily, but back then, when he had a little more spunk, he would just jump up and swat anyone who stood behind him.
You look so pretty.
Who standed? He's always been very calculated with his hits. He knows the camera is the problem. If he goes for that, he'll usually win. His favorite activity is judging chips. He is a chip connoisseur. His favorite are the hot Cheetos. Is that your spicy face? Is that spicy boy? He's very particular with his chips. Some of them he likes to just lick all the flavor off. Some of them he goes crazy and just absolutely start chomping through. And some of them he'll lick them first, get them soft, and then eat them. He has a very particular way of eating certain chips. I've been trying to study it. My other two cats do not like chips. I don't know. You know how every cat is so particular about what they like and what they don't. But yeah, I always wanted to do like a chip challenge with him where I just bring out a bunch of chips that I know he likes and I'll show you the way he is very particular on how each chip needs to be eaten. But yeah, those are probably my favorite videos of Loki. He's literally just such a precious little boy. Everything he does is just so funny to me. I feel like he is the goofiest cat. And I feel like everyone says this about their cat, like, oh, they have so much personality. Not more than Loki, I'll fight you on that. Loki has so much personality, it's astonishing to me. I look at him and I'm like, you're a whole little dude in there. Whole little man. Everyone says cats have like the intelligence of like a 2 to 3 year old, and I feel like that's very accurate. The way you can literally see the gears in their brain moving and working and trying to problem solve, and the way they do it is very childish. It's very toddler mindset, which is just hilarious to me. I'm rambling and getting way off topic now. So those are Loki's highlights. I'm gonna try to see if I can get him to do his little trick, see how quickly the other cats might pick it up. I'm really hoping he does it like first round just to be like, I still got it. I know my boy is very lazy, but I also know he's extremely treat motivated. So fingers crossed that he'll do it right away, and then maybe we can teach them other tricks because I have nothing but time now. I want to teach them how to like jump through hula hoops. You've seen like the cat shows where they get on like one platform and walk the little bridge and get on the other. I want to do things like that. So I'm gonna go give that a try and we'll see how that goes.